Kanye West has stated his opinion on the Jewish community. For those that didn't see the interviews, he's done multiple interviews. He said verbatim that the Holocaust is not over. And he also said that the Jewish media has to be controlled, has to be ended. These are things that people who are Jewish are going to be offended by because you are alluding to possible Hitler-like rhetoric, meaning Holocaust is still here, plus Jewish media needs to end. You sound like you're trying to say something that you're not trying to really say. Like, you're not, because we know that if you're a real Kanye, consumers, you're watching the full interviews, he doesn't mean that. But then people online are going to take what he's saying or implying and make their own implications from it. That's why what he's doing is very dangerous. You can say whatever the fuck you want in this world, but you have to reap the consequences of the actions you've laid. You can't control someone's reaction. So Kanye can do what he desires. He did say that he wanted to possibly go by what Sway said. Sway was always right. Do your own thing, your own brand, he said. Sway was actually right this whole time, years later, right? So now he wanted to possibly leave Adidas. But he did say in a new interview that he was going to work it out. He was like, no, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it with them. I'll figure it out because I'm 67%, 70% of their sales. So they got to figure it out with me, right? This is what Adidas did. First and foremost, let's start with Adidas. Adidas. Let's read the actual, there's like a letter, I believe. Let me find this letter for you guys. Oh man, that was crazy. That's a crazy letter. I might just find a quote to be faster because the letter's not popping up on Twitter. Okay, this is actually a quote, perfect quote. Shout out to Dexterio on Twitter. Okay, so the quote right here. Adidas says to Kanye West, the company has taken a decision to terminate the partnership with Ye immediately, end production of Yeezy branded products, and stop all payments to Ye and his companies. Adidas will stop the Adidas Yeezy business with immediate effect. So Adidas has nothing and wants nothing to do with Yeezy and Kanye West going forward. So now that means no more Yeezys will be released. Kanye West was probably going to keep dropping his own Yeezy branded stuff. Who knows? Maybe the old Yeezys might go up in price, in value for resellers like myself. We might see some benefit from that financially gain. Who knows? Adidas stock has plummeted. Not by much. It definitely went down. Plummeted might be an exaggeration, but it definitely went down. And I think it's going to continue to go down because if Kanye West Yeezy was 67% of the sales at Adidas, think about it, guys. Remove that. They're back to 30%. It's a bold move from Adidas. I'm shocked. But going back to what Kanye was trying to say, the Jewish people have power. Correct. They do have power, but properly stated. Now, if you want to say the Jewish people have power and that the Holocaust is still happening and that the Jewish media needs to be ended and we need to stop that, we need to stop any Jewish people, you're going to get people mad. So some people are saying that these companies are just proving him right, that it's proving that these companies only care about money. So if Jewish people are in control of these companies, allegedly, and actually are affecting these companies' pockets, they care about that more than they care about black lives, more than they care about black impact. Because he said slavery was a choice. No one dropped him from any company. But now he's saying that Jewish people, the Jewish media needs to end and that DEFCON 3 on Jewish people and that the Holocaust is still happening. So now when it comes to Jewish rhetoric, anti-Jew rhetoric, anti-Semitism, he is being taken away from his companies. So is there any justification to that? You guys share your opinion down below. Is that an actual true valid statement? I don't know. I think that it can be argued. I can agree with that. I would have to sit down more and think about the actual justifications, but I can agree with that. That, yeah, as far as companies and their carrying of black impact, yeah, it's true. It's very true. But I don't think that is like what he's saying is right. I think what he's saying is still wrong. Two things can be right. Jewish people and Jewish corporations can be powerful, but it doesn't mean that what Kanye West is saying is fully correct. It doesn't mean that the Holocaust is still happening. It doesn't mean that Jewish media needs to end, because he needs to just say his message differently. He's a horrible translator for his thoughts. You know, and I think something that people need to take into mind, Kanye West has said in the past that he has taken medication. He needed medication. He's been off his medication for a couple years now. He also said he's been exhausted lately. So if someone is medically, mentally impaired health-wise, we need to consider that, guys, and we need to not give a fuck too much about what they're saying. Let's not take them too seriously. But businesses go back into what I was stating earlier. You can't control people's reactions. He can say what the fuck he wants. You can't control what people react or how they react. And Adidas reacted. Another company, Gap. Gap, let's see what Gap said. Gap has dropped him as well. Let's see what they said. Right here. This is the statement from Gap. No. Okay. Yeezy Gap has stated, our former partner's recent remarks and behavior further underscore why we are taking immediate steps to remove Yeezy Gap product from our stores. We have shut down the Yeezy Gap website. Anti-Semitism, racism, and any hate of any form is inexcusable and not tolerated in accordance with our values. On behalf of our customers, employees, and shareholders, we are partnering with organizations that combat hate and discrimination. Kanye West said that on Drink Champs, he said, I can say anti-Semitic things and Adidas won't drop me. Adidas will still work with me. You are wrong. Just because you're saying something doesn't make it right. We need to stop idolizing this man to that highest of the degree. You guys are going to look crazy. You guys are going to fucking regret it. Stop dick riding. Open your eyes. It's okay to be wrong. He's wrong. And it's okay. He has some right points. The Jewish corporations, Jewish people are powerful. Yeah, they are. But you can't say that the Holocaust is still happening and that you want to end Jewish people, media. You can't say that. You can't say that, guy. And if you're a billionaire, you have to be business-minded. What he's doing is horrible business right now. Horrible business. So he has to reap what he sowed. So Adidas and Gap have officially dropped Kanye West. Also, Kanye West has an athletic management company. Aaron Donald and Jaylen Brown have officially dropped from the Donda Sports athletic company that they were managed under Kanye West. Kanye West has nothing else to hang on. It's like everything has fallen for him. But it's at the hand of his Jewish remarks, anti-Semitic remarks. It didn't happen last week during the Drink Champs interview because that was one step, but then he doubled down. He's kept saying the same thing. He hasn't fully, properly apologized. He doesn't say, I'm sorry. He doesn't say, I need to be held accountable. He wants no accountability for his actions. And then in the same breath, he says, I'm not perfect. I'm human. Whoa. It's like he knows what he's doing, guys. And if he doesn't give a fuck, then we shouldn't give a fuck either. Let's not bring up too much attention to this. But let's not act as if he can't have any consequences, as if because he's Kanye West, we need to give him a pass. I don't agree with that rhetoric. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I do not agree with that. I'm covering this because this is news. I got DMs. People want me to cover this. And I want to cover it because I love, you know, the story that is Kanye, because I find it so interesting. But it doesn't mean I have to dick ride and agree with his statements, because he's wrong. And a lot of you guys are kids and you don't understand this shit. Research Jewish people, research anti-Semitism, research Hitler. Do a couple Google searches today and you'll see why he is offensive. Because of the fact that Adidas has cut ties with Kanye West, it doesn't make him a billionaire no more, because now his actual net worth drops to $400 million, because his value and asset value of Yeezy at Adidas was estimated to be around $600 million. So now he's no longer a billionaire. It's yeah. So he can't say he's a billionaire unless he has money somewhere, you know, saved up that we might not know about. Who knows? But that right there was a clip from our bonus podcast episode, available on Patreon only. You're going to get bonus full episodes if you want to watch more about this topic. If you want to watch the entire full podcast, exclusive interviews with artists like Trippie Redd, to say the least, go on the Patreon. Club Ambition Patreon. $3 a month is all we need, and you're going to get that exclusive access to everything. But yeah, make sure to check it out. This clip is from there. Full podcast out right now. Cap.
They gon' love me for my ambition.